Guys, what's up? This is Constantine, English Speaking Club HSE, and I'm in sunny Cambodia right now, and the city is called Phnom Penh. Pimpin, baby. So there's definitely a lot of sun, and I decided to find the position where you can see me talking. Finally, I'm not gonna repeat my mistakes from some previous videos. And here I'm going to talk about, well, the topic is very simple, speaking English.
Do you speak English?
From now on, I'm gonna make videos in English and not only just videos about the answers to the questions for the meetings, but also tutorials in English, because I believe that if you are watching this video, you can already understand English, and if you don't understand English, it's too early for you to watch these videos.
Maybe you should just learn the basics.
Okay, so I want to share some insight that I've got recently, and it's about learning English. I work with a lot of students, and I've been developing my methodology to help people speak for a few years. And because the problem that a lot of times I get students who understand English and who know some grammar or a lot of grammar, but they already have this minimum to speak. They still struggle with it. And you know, I've tried different exercises, and all of them are useful. Some of them are more useful, some of them are also useful, but not as useful as some new exercises. And finally, I got to the point where I started providing students, of course, with systematic grammar and also with examples for each grammar unit, which people read, and later they have to listen and to repeat them after the native speakers. So I use some files with examples, and people do that. And after that, everyone translates the answers.
Now translate that!
So this methodology is good because it allows you to create sentences and at the same time to practice your perception. So what's interesting thing that I noticed is that I'd say that like the minority of students, maybe 25% or 20% are able to understand almost all the examples. And by understanding, I don't mean like understand the general meaning. The students already know the general meaning because they have read these examples from the book. I'm talking about recognizing all sentences, like all structures. So first thing is recognizing them, and the second thing is repeating them correctly. And you know, like for example, if I tell you, come on guys, this is the list of examples, and you have to read them and translate them and understand the grammar. And after that, you close the book and you listen to the native speakers reading the same examples. So if I told you this, you would say, oh, it's super easy and it's not useful. But in fact, most people can't repeat that.
They can't just do this. They can't.
And it's so funny, like for example, there's a phrase, okay, I'll give you an example from a more advanced topic, the third conditional. So there's an example. If I'd seen you, I would have said hello. So imagine, like students have already studied this, so they know the grammar rule. They've already read these examples. And then they listen to the same example without reading it, and they just like, instead of saying, if I'd seen you, I would have said hello. They're just like, if I see you, I would say hello, like this, you know, because they still can transform. However, the minority of students who are talented enough to recognize, and I'm not talking about the students who have had a lot of experience of learning, it's, you know, you either have that or you don't.
Either or.
They can repeat that, but a lot of people can't. So here's the thing. Like, if you want to speak English, this practice is really, really useful. You have to repeat the same phrases after the native speakers. And not like, oh, I understand like general idea. No, you have to just recognize every single word, and not only just in your head, but you have to repeat it. You have to repeat it just the same way without looking at the text. And if you can't recognize it, you look at the text, but then you close the text and you repeat it again and again. Where to take these examples? Well, one of the strategies is to work with me. Another strategy is to take any parts of videos with subtitles and just repeat them. I just can't even emphasize how important it is. Let's imagine that you just know present simple. But if you have repeated some phrases, you can use them in so many situations. So for example, like the simplest sentence ever, this is pretty nice. So let's say that you're just a person who doesn't speak English well, with pronunciation. So you would be like, this is very nice, and you feel very stupid and you don't feel comfortable using this in a lot of situations. But if you repeat it correctly with that accent, you feel comfortable using it everywhere, and you'll be like, oh, this is pretty good, oh, this is pretty nice. So you choose the accent that you like, and you just repeat after these actors, after the same speakers, etc, etc, etc.
How you like my English accent, huh?
So if your level is more advanced, you do the same with more advanced phrases, but you do it regularly. So you have a pool of phrases that you could use without thinking, just because you have mechanical memory, you pronounce it a lot of times. So the main message here, you have to listen and repeat aloud, copying the intonation and pronunciation. The idea is very simple, but I hope that you will implement it and use it before English Speaking Club, which is on Saturday, 6:30 Moscow time. And yeah, I'll see you this Saturday, so be prepared and have a great week. Bye.